All right, guys, welcome back to the second half of this showdown. Week 14, we are inching closer and closer to the postseason here in the RXFL. The Toronto Huskies, a 35-7 lead over the San Francisco Demons. And as the title says, it's been Lamar Jackson all day. He has not been contained, throwing the ball or rushing the ball, but more so rushing the ball. Jackson in the first half, 200 rushing yards. Incredible, incredible day for Lamar Jackson so far. For a guy that's been out injured for a majority of the season in Toronto. Alvin Kamara, I mean, just nothing rushing-wise, but it's all Lamar Jackson. That's where all your rushing attempts are coming from. But he's also throwing the ball well. And we might get to see RG3 a little bit here in the second half. If the blowout continues, Fred Biletnikoff just grabs that one. I imagine one or two more scores, knowing that Lamar Jackson is coming off of an injury. You probably will see some RG3 action. There's a good stop and a 3-and-out for the San Francisco Demons. So one question that we have been throwing out there is, will we see any relief for Randall Cunningham? He has not had the best performance. And in backup, two-time NFL champion and former league MVP Bob Waterfield. As the Demons are going to have to go a deep, deep way down the field right now. We are also watching the Cubs and the Reds. Still watching that game. Cincinnati up 6-4. Cunningham way back in his own end zone. Michael Thomas, who I think has caught every pass for the Demons here today, catches another.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football.
Hit the subscribe button and hit the follow button if you're watching along, guys. Check us out at patreon.com/tvsports27 as well. We can really use and appreciate your support. Ricky Williams and Alvin Kamara have both just been atrocious in the running game today. And it's a shock because both those running backs are known, you know, for being pretty darn good. I mean, Ricky Williams had a whole draft traded for him.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man.
I wonder if we'll ever see that again in the modern era. Instead of getting all these rookies in there, just trade everyone and get one all-star player. And didn't, like, who was it, the Colts or was it Washington or whatever, was the team, and they got, like, nothing for all those picks. Like, it was almost like no good players that they used all those picks they got from the Saints.
As they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, this is Williams.
Well, that's going to be positive yardage, which right there, as bad as this sounds, is going to be the most successful run of the game thus far.
And just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Cunningham looking to throw.
Wow, dangerous pass, Pete Pios.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Is it going to come down to that terrible field goal that we closed our eyes on, trying to experiment with how we can make kicks a little harder?
Now a first down throw, Cunningham.
Pios again. And the Demons put a nice drive together. It's eating up a lot of time, though. They got to get 4 more touchdowns, so they kind of need to get in giddy-up-and-go mode. Even though we're still early in the third, but 4 touchdowns. Michael Thomas again. He's having a big performance today.
13 yards there and a Niner first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard.
2nd down and 9 here for the Demons. Man in motion. Cunningham rolling out, open receiver. Touchdown.
San Francisco.
Pete Retzlaff.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. And he's such a talented tight end. Just creates
They needed that in a big way, and don't look now. It is only a 21-point game. We said we were encouraging folks as we left part one, saying, how are we going to get people to come back to a game that's 35-7? The comeback is on, folks.
When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, just thrown down. All right, Lamar Jackson's hoping to get off the field and get some rest. He's got to spend a little bit more time now with that latest touchdown drive by the Demons.
What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the side.
Oh, they got their eyes on Jackson, and they're not looking at the receivers. Anquan Bolden. Remember, Jackson started 1-3, and now look at him.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Empty set here for the Huskies. All eyes on Lamar, and he made him pay for it. Oh, and they don't bite. They don't pay attention. Oh, he's not quite at 200. I might have lied. He's almost at 200.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move.
Play action. Pressure coming. Jackson. Oh! Had an open receiver and watched as it almost got picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again.
Wide open. Walls had a couple of nice catches in this game. Wesley Walls.
As the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 15-yard line.
See 4 of them right there. But boy, the Demon defense just has had no answer for the Toronto Huskies. Oh, Jackson trying to get rid of it, and he loses a whole bunch of yards right there. Sam Huff. A 20-yard sack on Lamar Jackson.
1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what?
Oh, man.
And right now they have a lead.
After the sack,
Still in field goal range, though.
Basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Jackson now forced out to his left.
Throws it. Anquan Bolden with the catch just gets thrown down by Abe Woodson. And it makes that 3rd and a little more reasonable. Although it's still a, monster sack here. Oh, and again, if you're the Demons, how do you let Lamar run right past you? There's 200 yards.
17 yards and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage.
Boy, you're watching, and they're just not covering Lamar Jackson.
And pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And a healthy Lamar Jackson going to the postseason is going to be dangerous. Could we get another dream match? A Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, number 7. Very similar playing styles. Final play of the quarter, and it's going to be a Husky touchdown. Not the greatest running day in the world for Alvin Kamara, but he's got 2 touchdowns. Oh my God, Jonathan India hit another home run for the Cincinnati Reds, so it's 8-4. And then it looks like it's going to be another bitter beatdown with the Reds on the Chicago Cubs here. 42-14. And the Demon offense finally got going, but the Demon defense has not had any response for the Toronto Huskies offense or Lamar Jackson.
Across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Whew, stuff he knows.
Getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole
Man, nothing open. Finally. Finally finding Dickie Watson. Ollie Watson. I need new contacts.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Cunningham, the Demons. Oh, as soon as I said they're still out there playing. There you go. There's your interception. And I think with that, you got to take Lamar out, and that's exactly what the Huskies are going to do. I know the people, as good as he's played, they want to see more Lamar Jackson. But it's RG3 time. You don't want to get Jackson injured. They're going to go into clock-chewing mode now. And you wonder if we're going to see the two-time NFL champion come in now. As, I mean, that one is obviously not all on Randall Cunningham, but, I mean, another score at this point, and you think it's, you might want to think about seeing something different. Oh, that little nifty trickeration for the Huskies. Kamara still remains in the game, but I guess I feel like he needs to get going, or maybe it might even be worth it to see someone else come in. If Kamara's not having the strongest rushing day, but maybe you don't want to have a running back controversy. You kind of want Alvin Kamara to get going a little bit. You see that low rank of offense, and you know, we say again that was a majority, not to put it all on RG3, but RG3 was playing a majority of the season with those lower numbers. Oh, that time the jet sweep fake did not work out. But it's still an impressive, I mean, whether it's a blowout or not, you're looking at this and you're seeing this Huskies team that we haven't really gotten to see a whole, oh my goodness. Well, this is going to probably be 46 or 49 probably soon. You're looking at a Huskies team that, as we said, we haven't gotten to stream much on the channel, and maybe because they hadn't been playing so well as of late with RG3, but this is a team that's looking like a championship contender. This domination and this loss will, you know, it's looking like it's going to tumble the San Francisco Demons out of postseason opportunity here. While the Huskies, who are in first place in the East, that should, I mean, it won't absolutely clinch it, but it should at least take New York and New England, the Shamrocks and the Nightmare, who are kind of trying to make that last rally. That should almost but knock them out of. Oh man, it's so hard. You don't see that on the outside or on a lot. But that should all but. Let's see if I can do this again. The close my eyes method. Hey, I got it that time. I got it. Who else was on? It was it's Dublin that was actually close. So this is, so like I said, this win is probably going to take your New York Shamrocks and your New England Nightmare, while still maybe an opportunity at the postseason if they can finish at 500. Their hopes of getting a division win just probably burned out with this big win here. But you got Dublin, who's sitting at 6-6 now. So this win is going to put the Huskies at 8-5. Dublin at 6-6. It was already a must-win, but it makes this game even bigger now for Dublin. Not only is it Monday night, not only is it prime time, going up against an 11-win squad, this Russell Wilson, Terrell Davis squad of the Portland Lumberjacks. I mean, it makes this game all the more bigger to try to get this upset victory and potentially try to steal the division away from the Huskies in the American East.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense.
Cunningham's got the Demons moving a little bit here. There's Pijos.
The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they do decide to keep Randall Cunningham in there. Let him get some more reps. And what a catch and a touchdown. Michael Thomas, who, unfortunately for him, is not going to get the recognition because of the loss. But if they had won, Michael Thomas has had a monster game today. Huge plays for the Demons. We go onside kick, and you know our onside kick rules because they're almost impossible to do in Madden. We line up the opposing team in the normal formation here to have less guys on the line and more of an opportunity here to get an onside recovery. And, oh, I thought they were going to get it. I thought the onside kick was going to happen. It's almost impossible to do onside kicks, so that's why we line it up to give our guys it's all the little weird stuff we have to make Madden work for. We have to do onside kicks like that. We have to close our eyes on field goals. We have to do punts, like not coffin. We got rid of the coffin corners recently.
I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Because they're just too easy to hit.
To start out here, 2nd and 11. Again, it's Camaro. The second down play, not much better than the first.
It'll go to the 2-minute warning, or at least close to it. Yeah, that is going to go to the 2-minute warning. And depending on what happens on this 3rd down, the Demons will look to have one more possession here, at least. And they are going to do it, and they're going to take a timeout. So, and it's still pretty far away, but the Demons are going to try here. As we said, we got rid of the coffin corners. New rule: you can't punt the ball out of bounds because it's just way too freaking easy. That's our other rule: kick returns. You have to have a kick return, or it's a penalty, and you can't kick the ball out of bounds. All right, so Randall Cunningham gets one more drive, maybe two, depending on how quick a touchdown and onside kick we get here. Oh, was looking for Michael Thomas and nearly stolen away right there. Demons might have should have just not called a timeout and called it a day. What do you guys think? Steps up. There's Ritzlaff. 344 yards passing. So, I mean, you look at it again. You take away the interceptions. It's like Cunningham's moving the football. Oh, and he takes the sack. Timeout called there. Albert Lewis coming in on the QB sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Cunningham to throw. Rolling to his right.
Cunningham could not get rid of it. There's Deacon Jones. That was part of that group. Deacon Jones and Ronnie Lott. Kind of funny to see them on opposite sides, but that is who the Atlantic City Eclipse, and another sack. And I think you wind it down. You got to run one more play, I suppose, because the play clock. But Deacon Jones, Ronnie Lott, there was a lot of people that with the Atlantic City Eclipse. And that was just an underthrown And it's a touchdown for the Huskies. My goodness. Everson Walls, terribly underthrown by Randall Cunningham. They're going to get 52 on the board here. But yeah, if you guys remember the Atlantic City Eclipse last season, the surprising expansion champions, they went with Deacon Jones and Ronnie Lott. They stacked up on defense where a lot of people said you should get somebody on offense. They did not, and they instead went with Andre Ware, the former Heisman Trophy winner, and they ended up winning the championship with that stacked defense. Defense wins championships, folks. And then Andre Ware, not in this league. He retired after that. He came back. He said, you know what? This wasn't for me. I got my title. I'm out of here. So at this point, I mean, they're lined up in the gun. I think you run the ball and don't try to do anything else. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be your most positive play of the game in a long time. Not the whole game, I shouldn't say. Because, I mean, they got almost 400 yards passing and 21 points. But that was a tough one if you're a San Francisco Demons fan who we had not seen on the channel since their game against the Tampa Bay Mutiny earlier this season. It is all Lamar Jackson in this one. A dominating performance, 200 yards rushing. The Toronto Huskies take it. So that's going to do it for our streaming. We streamed for about 2 hours with you guys here today. Be on the lookout tomorrow. Don't know if I'll make it on or not, but possibly streaming some Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow. Maybe 1 or 2 more streams of that. And be on the lookout for the Aftershocks and the Desperados as our Patreon Sunday night game. And then we got the Celtic Tigers and the Lumberjacks. It's coming to a close, folks. This season is winding up. After this, we got 2 more games, and then we're on week 15, 16, 17. And it's the postseason. I know it's been a long journey because we are doing 5 games a week here. It's been a long journey, but we're almost at the end of it, and you're going to get your RXFL champion. Definitely going to do a season 2. I'm open to any ideas if you guys like the 5 games, if you want to speed it up. Maybe do a little simulation again. Maybe do the Sunday night as a simulation like we had been doing before. Either way, let me know. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Follow, subscribe, patreon.com/tvsports27.